Warm and windy setup today. Our winds are up to 30 miles per hour and the gusts, as I was showing you, up to near 45 miles per hour, especially at the lakefront. Of course, tends to be a little windier there near the water and along the riverfront and places like that. We are expecting our winds to go down later today. That advisory goes until 6 p.m. Let me show you our forecast here. 3 p.m. still looking at gusty conditions. But watch what happens. By 10 p.m. our winds are going down more to maybe 15 to 20 miles per hour. Gusts more like maybe about 15 to 20 as well. And then as we move into the overnight, and this is early tomorrow, we're back to about 5 to 10 mile per hour winds. And we are going to continue with that windy setup again for just today, mostly a little bit breezy potentially in the next couple days. But this is why we're seeing these strong winds. We have a big high pressure area just off to our southeast, a very strong low pressure off to our northwest. And between the two, that is where you get strong winds, especially when they get close together like this. It just creates a spot where the air is rushing between the two features. So as we move into tomorrow and then into the end of the week, we will really be more under the influence of this very strong high pressure. This is going to warm us up, especially perhaps tomorrow might be the strongest day for it. We get that sinking air, subsidence, we call it, very kind of quiet, calm conditions, but also that contributes to heat because our air heats up as it compresses and sinks. So we do have a warm forecast for sure. Today we're already at 80 degrees. Our camera showing blue sky after a cloudy morning. Our temperatures all across the area in the 80s or upper 70s. And satellite showing a big spot, of course, along the North Shore and much of our South Shore to the coastal areas. Lots of sun, but we do have more clouds off to the north and to the west of us. Notice a couple of showers off to the west as well. We're not really expecting a lot of rain today at all. In fact, probably less than 10% chance for a stray shower. But this is associated with that big, strong upper low. And you can see all of the wintry weather like we were going over earlier in the newscast way off to the north associated with this system. But what's going to happen is that low is going to just pass right to the north of us and swing off to the northeast without really bringing in any sort of big differences in our weather this far south. So today, windy with that setup I showed you, and warm. High temperatures maybe about 83, very close to records. These are record highs, by the way, in the next few days. For today's date, it's 84. We might get there. We may stop at 83, but we're going to be close. Tomorrow's record high is 82, and I have us tomorrow near 84. So tomorrow might be a record-breaking warm day. And then Friday, the record is 83. We might get close again. The all-time February record high temperature is 85. So if we do touch 85 at some point in the next few days, we will tie the hottest it's ever been in the month of February. Now over at Slidell, very similar, but temperature is just a little bit different for those records. 83 today, 83 tomorrow. And the record for Friday is 82. So again, we'll be really close to that the next few days in Slidell as well. And the all-time February temperature, hottest temperature recorded there, is 84. So we'll see. We'll be very close in the next few days. Tonight we're back in the 60s with our winds coming down, and patchy fog may be an issue. This is our visibility tonight through the evening and into the overnight, and you see that fog potentially just kind of spreading over areas from the south and southwest. Why we see fog so often this time of year, this is advection fog. So this is winds bringing in this warm, moist air over the cooler landmass and especially the cooler waters where temperatures are in the 60s right now. So you have the south wind, a lot of moisture in it from the Gulf of Mexico. It's also warm, and the warm air moves over the relatively cooler land and water, and that cools the air to the dew point. So what's the dew point? That's the temperature at which the air is forced to condense. It's where the air becomes saturated with water. It's no longer in water vapor form. It has to condense into droplets, and it forms the clouds right at the surface. So that's why we see fog so often this time of year when we have cool downs like we had over the weekend, and then we start to warm back up with those southerly winds. 7-day forecast shows the continued warm trend. This will take us all the way into next week. We may get our next front early next week. It was looking like it could bring us some rain maybe at the kind of early to middle part of next week. Now it's looking like maybe just a few showers on Monday, and then we may cool down again a little bit for Tuesday.
Well, it looks like the Saints pursued